That heavy fall at Cheltenham off this horse. So it'll be interesting to see how he performs this afternoon aboard Golden Alpha. Number 5 is Icky Bow, Davy Russell. Down to 6, Risk Assessor, Seamus Durack riding carrying the JP McManus colours here. And were carried to victory in the previous race by Thierry Dumen aboard First Gold. Looking further down the list, Jim Cullity on number 7. Wave Rock, he's fit after that earlier fall. Down to 12, Harvest. Norman Williamson, be happy to hear that Calusty has got into the Grand National field. 15 is Batswing, Timmy Murphy. And right down the bottom, Heavenly Stride, Brian Hardy. They're the 16 runners. You've had a glance at them. Let's have a glance now at the betting with Angus.
Well, a tremendously open betting heat this is turning out to be. This 310 Dark and Sharp, the 5-to-1 favourite. Risk Assessor 6-to-1. Golden Alpha is 7-to-1 with Log On Into Sky is 9-to-1. Glengally Gale is 10s with Regal Exit 11s. Turgenev, interesting support for that one, into 14-to-1. The one that was money for this morning is Lord Grey.
They go 2 miles this time, and Lord Grey down at the inside, one of the first away, in company with Golden Alpha. So they come to the first of 12 fences, and the one that made a mistake and was lucky to survive was Abelvino. Tom Doyle did a good job to climb back into the saddle there, but rounding the home turn the first time, and it's that man McCoy out in front again on Golden Alpha. Leads by a length and a half, right up there too in the early stages. Bleu Superb on the outside as they head along now towards the second, and all over that safely, and heading up the home straight now towards the third, which is an open ditch. Golden Alpha from Lord York out deeper on the track. Bleu Superb is just in behind them in third, followed then back in the field in fourth by Lord Grey, then Log On Into Sky, who's in about 5th position, just in front of Risk Assessor. Abelvino, after that mistake, has recovered well, is also very handy from Glenelly Gale. Out wider than the Grey Turgenev as they sail over the next. Further back in the field then is on the inside Regal Exit from Batswing, and also there scraping paint is Risk Assessor as they've got just on a circuit to go. In behind them on the outside, Wave Rock from Icky Bow, and Dark and Sharp is third last, has only got Harvest, and the other one as they swing out of the straight, Regal Exit, Heavenly Stride, who's last. Heading into the back now, and they've got just under a circuit to travel. Lord York shows the way by a couple of lengths to Abelvino up on the outside in second. In third then goes Golden Alpha, followed by Lord Grey and Bleu Superb. Log On Into Skies behind them, but the first one down the back. Batswing is wider out, and there's a faller back in the field. Heavenly Stride has gone, a very heavy fall too, as they head along the back now towards fence number 6. And it's Lord York in front from Golden Alpha and Abelvino as they head over that one. Log On Into Sky is just behind them, followed next in the centre by Lord Grey, then Risk Assessor. Bleu Superb has dropped back slightly as they come now towards the next one down the back, and Golden Alpha has jumped into the lead. Dark and Sharp back in the field, starting to pick a few off now as they head towards the last one down the back, and it's Golden Alpha who let fly at that with a mighty leap. Turgenev not going well at all, hit that one very hard. Golden Alpha the leader from Lord York as they prepare to leave the back. Risk Assessor is now coming into the picture, leaving the back. 4 left to jump. Golden Alpha still the leader by a length and a half to Lord York up on the outside. Log On Into Sky from Lord Grey and Risk Assessor, followed by Dark and Sharp as they come to 4 out. Further back in the field, Abelvino from Batswing and Glenelly Gale. On the turn for home now, Golden Alpha. Tony McCoy is out in front here, defying them by a couple of lengths. 2 in second, Log On Into Sky as they round the corner. Then Risk Assessor going well. About to be popped the question. Dark and Sharp is now working into the picture as well as they come now towards 3 out. Golden Alpha a mighty leap at the third last. Led over it from Log On Into Sky in second. Then Dark and Sharp who goes third from Risk Assessor. Coming up to the last ditch, this is 2 out. Golden Alpha the far side, almost joined by Log On Into Sky. Made a mistake there. there. He was lucky to stay in the saddle. Dark and Sharp goes second now from Risk Assessor, but it's Golden Alpha who's kicked well clear with one left to jump. Has gone 4 or 5 lengths clear with one fence to be negotiated. Golden Alpha, Tony McCoy comes towards it. He sees a stride. He's up and over and he's home. It's Golden Alpha who's going to run them off their legs here. Comes down to the line to win it by 8 or 10 lengths. Golden Alpha goes on to win for McCoy in grand style. In second is Dark and Sharp. In third, Risk Assessor. Fourth, Log On Internet, followed by Matswing in fifth, then Harvest. Further back in the field, Lord York, and then Lord Grey from Turgenev, Glenelly Gale. Behind them is Abalvino. Regal Exit is pulled up. So too Wave Rock, and so too Bleu Superb. All pulled up. The winner number 4, Golden Alpha. Golden Alpha is owned by Mr. David Johnson, trained by Martin Pipe and ridden by Tony McCoy. Second is number 1, Dark and Sharp, owned by Ascot 5+1, trained by Richard Phillips and ridden by Richard Johnson. And third is number 6, Risk Assessor, owned by J.P. McManus, trained by Christy Roach, ridden by Seamus Durack. And fourth, number 13, Log On Into Sky.
And Golden Alpha returns at 7-1, and I'm sure a big thrill for David Johnson, who's had plenty of bad luck at this Aintree meeting over the years. 7-1, his winner, and I just dread to think what price Well Chief's going to go off in the 420 with the running up money in that 420. Second, number 1, Dark and Sharp, 4-1 favourite. Third, number 6, Risk Assessor at 7-1, and fourth, number 13, Log On Into Sky at 10-1.